Hey YouTube, welcome back to Irish Outlaw Garage, betterwise known as Piss Off the Purist YouTube channel, which I don't mean to, people. Come on, I don't mean to. It's just, I got things to do, places to be, cars to race, okay? So what I'm doing is I got the front done. If you saw my last video, I got the core support done. So now I need to get these back ones, these holes is what I'm saying need to go. They don't need to be perfect. Nothing goes back here. You might throw some luggage or your beer. I don't know, barley water is in the back of an ambulance. You know, you might get away with it. You know, you can just say you're stressed, which that's no smack on actual, what do you call it? Ambulatory people, because I wouldn't want their job. You hear me, Buff? I would not want your job. So what I'm doing is the same thing I did to the front ones, and it worked so well on the passenger side. That's what we're doing in the back. I know people are gonna go crazy. They're gonna say, oh my God, how can you do that? That doesn't have any stability, and you know, blah, blah, blah. It'd be fine. It's probably wrong, but we're doing it. So let me get you in here, show you what we're looking at, show you what I'm doing. I'll do it, and then I'll show you what I did. I think that's how this works. So anyway, give me a second. Let me show you how this works. So here we are inside. I already got everything cleaned out. I'm still gonna rust prevent all this, which does nothing, but you know what? We're gonna do it. But you can see a lot of this is okay up here. I got a couple spots I'm just gonna fill. I got some stuff that'll fill that in the rust. But over here, these wires, believe it or not, that is the wires to your blinkers, brake lights, running lights, and all that stuff. I was looking at all this and I never really thought about it, but yeah, this just goes to all the stuff to the ambulance. We're not removing these. We're just gonna put them in here nicely and just let them be, because we may use them at some point. A lot of this is completely rotted, like this right here. I need to get this out of here. A lot of it is, but I'm going to try to put a strap on this to make sure this stays, because I need as much to be here as possible, because there really ain't anything to hook to around here. But I don't know, I may change my mind on that. I may just get rid of this garbage and come in here somewhere where it's not, you know, I don't want to drill through this cross member in any way at all. So I may just run something up into here. Like I said, we're going to use these seat holes, but I knocked out the junk little preset things. They're gone. So anyway, yeah. How did that get in there? Oh, if you didn't know, that's coming up. You should look up every single one of the contestants in this No Name 500, sponsored by Roadkill Customs, the AHRA, at Jeffers Motorsports. See, if you've ever seen these, you got to look at it close. It's got what it's called, the sponsor, plural, and Jeffers Motorsports, which thanks to them for doing this. This is going to be fun. So anyway, that's what that is. If you see that in everybody's background. Thanks to Buzz for all your help. Thanks to Dallas for everything he does. Thanks to John Wilburn. All the sponsors. And thanks to all the contestants in this and the ones that have already made it, because you've been nothing but friendly and awesome. So hats off to all of you. Now, let's get back to making sure we get down there and do our 23-second 1/8 mile. Okay, so I'm gonna bring you in here and show you what I did. I did not cut out that rod because I want as much structure there as possible, just in case. I mean, it's still bad. I'm probably going to put another piece, but I'll show you what I'm doing. But I think this is going to work until we can get us a floor. But I don't know. Here, let's look at it, huh? So there's our structure. Goes up, goes into here. I did not cut this off. I'm gonna bend this around because this is really flimsy. I'm gonna bend this around it, and that way when I put the other one, it'll go around it, and that'll give it a little bit more stability. Not that we really need it, but because it's not really gonna be drag racing, it's just gonna be driven. But I put this here. This is a piece of that corrugated. Just took a couple of sheet metal screws just to give that a little bit of rigidity. And I'll probably put another one here. I'm gonna fill all these holes, but this will help the seat belt stay pretty rigid too. And then we're just going to use the corrugated. I'm just going to put a plate through there. There's enough there that I can hook a couple screws to it right there. I don't want to screw into this. I want it to go into here. Those are two little lips. Or I may not screw them into that at all. I may just run it across here and screw it into all this stuff, because I really don't want to ruin anything back here, because this is all perfect. It's not rusted out. So less I got to do into there, the better. So yeah, all right. I may put something here. I think maybe after I cut that corrugated to fit here, I'll use a little bit, and I'll just put it from here to here. I don't want the screws here, because that's the, you know, this is rotted, so it had to come all the way over here, from there to here, and give it some more stability. That's all it needs. I think we'll be good. I'm getting started on this thing. It ain't taking me too long to get this one side in on the driver's side. I did use the will do nothing rust preventative converter stuff, but I decided to go with this one over here because it was a perfect size, and this one has a bigger hole. There was a bigger hole over here, and what you do is I got this strap in there. I did get all the screws and the mounts. Miscalculated a hair, but we can fix that. I'm gonna seal all this anyway, so no big deal. But did get it all finessed, kinda, sorta. I need to reconfigure here because something don't feel right. I think those might be a little loose, but I got everything in here, and all I did was take this here old, you know, give her the old finesse it down in there like that, and we got a floorboard. So I started over here and then finessed her in through over here, and then I'm going to get it down. It just clears that seat belt hole, which we're going to reuse, and I'll get this down, and that's it. Then I'm going to I'll take some sealant, some kind of caulking or something, and I'm going to run it. I probably should have put it underneath, but there's nothing there anyway, so what the hell would I do that for? You know, we do everything the wrong way here. So we'll get this down, then I'll get this screwed in, and then we'll go to the other side, because this is as good as it's going to get. Sorry. Well, she's in. I did finagling, beat this sucker down. Still got one more I'm gonna put right there for stability. But yeah, I ain't worried about that shit. We're fine with that. I did put this there and screwed that down tight, and that covers that hole. I can cut that off later. This did go in, so it's all tight. This is all tight. You know, I just got this little flexible moment, but I think I can beat that into submission. This. And I'm gonna put a screw right there to hold that. Yeah. Okay, the only thing I got left is I'll go to the other side and do it again. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna wrap that around there, and I'll wrap the other one directly on top of it, and we'll run a big sheet metal screw to hold them. That'll kind of help. Not that there's much stability left on the floor, but we got an awesome frame, so we're good to go. But yeah, let's get over to that side. Moving right along. I've been working on the floor here in old Artemus, and he's fixed, and we've still got a lot of cleaning up to do, but I did go ahead and vacuum up the floor, blow it out, and fixed a few spots that my fixes didn't fix, and I fixed those fixes. So now I'm just going to go ahead and throw a coat of undercoating on this, or truck bed liner is what I'm using, and we're just going to black her down, and that way also I can put a light underneath and see exactly where I need to, you know, throw the sealant, otherwise known as the cheapest spray foam you can find. So yeah, let's get this thing painted. Then we need to get this place cleaned up, because the Ranchero right here behind you is getting jacked up today also. So we'll get on that right away. Stay tuned. What we're using today is Duplicolor truck bed coating. This was given to me, got a whole case of it. I used some of it you saw on the Javelin, and now we're going to use it on this. And I need to remove a few things, like this pedal that does nothing right now. Needs to come off. With that, I got a new one with new studs. These studs are completely gone, but I just use it to mock up to make sure I can do it. So, all right, let's get this sucker going. Now, I could get the stuff that's, you know, paint on, but this was free, so it is what it is. You gotta be real careful, because the nozzle will freeze up on these. You have to turn it over once in a while and just blow out whatever's in there. See? Right there, did it. One side done. Dig her up and do this side. Now I still got to take these off, and I'm going to, and I'll do that, but I'm being real careful. Actually, I don't know why I didn't take those off, but you know, whatever. Maybe I'm just lazy. All right, so let's get this side done. Don't take any of the labels off, that way, you know, you can reference that later. You know, if you need to replace your shit floorboard. Nice thing that I did find out, because everything leaks, is the corrugated will channel all the water to one spot. So that's good. So I know where to drill a hole. Not empty. Good. That's all I got left, so. let me get you in there. You know, it's a solid 10-footer. You really can't tell. Not that you'll care anyway, because it's going to be under some shag carpet that we find at the bargain bin at Menards. But, you know, I used all I had left. So now I let this dry. And what I'm going to do is I've got a little tube of basically bathroom clear caulking. And I'll go through and, like, there's a bunch of holes on the hump here. You can see them right there and there. You can see light underneath them. I don't know if I'll catch it on the camera, but I'll go in there and I'll just sprit a little bit in every one of those, and then a little bit underneath all the edges. You know, it's easier to see now when it's black. You just throw a light underneath there, you can see everything. And then once I get that done, I'll do the same thing I did with the javelin. I'll just take that spray foam and run it around the edge of that thing and cut off the excess when I'm done. Floor done. Oh, that's too much. Like this, bud. Like that. Hey. Steffi's rebuild the engine compartment. There you go.
Why does it keep cutting off?
Yeah. Had enough? Oh, you're letting it run. Gonna look like crap. All right, well, he's doing that. I want to get to filling in the holes. We'll see him after a while.